Welcome to Late Night Gaming. My name is Rachel, and today we will be continuing Coffee Talk 2. Now, in our last episode, we talked to most of last episode. We talked to Georgie, and he was just talking about some of the weird things he was seeing on Bourne Street, I believe, around where that dead tree was. And then we met a detective who dealt with paranormal stuff, and he and Georgie used to be brunch buddies, and then another officer came in and he was a little weird. Like that whole conversation when those two new guys came in, I was like, what the hell is going on? And then Riona came in later and she talked about an encounter she had with Lucas where he called her drunk. He called her while he was drunk. He called her drunk. And she went and picked him up, and I think there was more to that story, but she left before she could give us any more details. So who knows what happened there. And as you can see, we are going to be talking to Bailey's here in a second. But before I start this day, and I think we're on day... Let me just check. We're on day 11. I just wanted to thank all of you for the support on this series. Like, I don't even know if people are actually watching, but the last episode, like, I uploaded it, and then I went to bed right after, and after, like, 6 hours of sleeping, I woke up, and there was, like, 50 views on it. And that's, like, for my channel, that's huge. I was like, what the fuck is... There's something about this series. Like, this series has had a lot of views on it. And I'm just, like, mind-blown. Because it's one of those games where I didn't expect to get, you know, a lot of attention. But, I just want to thank people for clicking on these videos and, you know, watching it and enjoying it. So, yeah. And also, I hit 90 subscribers. I opened up the YouTube Studio app today, and I saw that big old 90 number, and I was like, I'm 10 more away from my goal. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers before my 2nd year anniversary, which is in July. So we have some time. But thank you, everyone, for subscribing to my channel and, you know, watching my videos and hopefully enjoying them. So, yeah. I'm always very appreciative. And I always say this when I, you know, say thank you whenever I hit, like, another subscriber goal. But if there are any games that you would like to see me play, please drop some suggestions down in the comment section. I'm always looking for you know, ideas for series and stuff. So yeah, I would be very interested in that. Just thought I'd throw that out into the ether. But let's go ahead and get this day started. And we're going to be talking to Bailey's. Heya. Knock, knock. Anyone there? Mr. Bailey's, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. A penny for your thoughts? You can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden side of things. How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Exactly. Oh my gosh. I feel like I really love the discussions of social media in this game. I was about to go on a little mini rant. But recently I've been thinking about just deleting all social media off of my app or my phone. Because it's gotten to the point where, I don't know, it just feels like people just reduce each other to the most stupid, trivial things. It's like, if you don't believe in this, then you're an evil person. If you believe in this, you're an evil person. If you believe in this, you're a good person. If you don't believe in this, you're also a good person. It's just like, there's more to it. Just because someone doesn't have the same opinion as you doesn't mean they're a bad person. And I've been seeing that everywhere, especially with how hectic our political climate is right now. I hate to pull politics into discussion, but I'm not going to go super into it. But it's just like, you can't judge somebody most of the time. You cannot judge most people off of one fucking post. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like social media has really ruined people's ability to just learn about others and get to know people. And maybe I even struggle with it. I feel like social media has really affected the way people interact with each other, and it's really unfortunate. And I think that's why we're seeing a loneliness epidemic. And it's not just, you know, with men, because you always hear about the male loneliness epidemic. It's with everybody. Everyone is really struggling making connections with everybody. And I think it's because people are so fucking picky. I'm gonna go on a little side tangent. Another one. One thing that really irritated me, and it was a trend for a little while, and you still kind of hear about it, but it's not as prevalent, is like people getting icks when it comes to other people. And it's really stupid, minor things. It's like, oh, now I have the ick and I don't find this person interesting, or I don't find this person attractive. It's like, okay, you don't like this one thing about somebody. You can't look at the rest of that person. It's always for something so stupid. I don't know. That when people were talking about their icks when it came to other people, it's like, oh, I don't like this one thing about this person, so I can never interact with them again. Give me a fucking break. Even if that someone is yourself. I have no idea what we just said. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot in the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Miss Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Whew. We've been through so much. There's no walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. Yeah, you need space. You need time apart from each other. I think that is a perfectly healthy thing for any relationship. So we decided to give each other a bit of space. And figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything. But I think I should order first. Sure thing. What can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So anything really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus, butterfly pea. Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. Okay, hibiscus, milk, and honey. Should be a sweetheart latte. Yep. Here you go. I hope you like it. Thanks, Rachel. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yes, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people, and we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned that about yourself, Mr. Bailey's. See, like, I feel like we're at the point where we don't have to do this. Like, just call him Bailey's. I don't know why this irritates me. I think so, too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her for a while now. Ah, someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly. Spot on again, Rachel. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. Yes, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents. No matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up into a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all his shouting, except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances, except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel, so she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea. Ooh, like we have now! With milk and honey in it. Drinking this now, with you, it feels a lot like family again. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them, until she got sick. Oh no. How did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. See, that's a part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds. But they do get big, bad diseases like everyone else. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her, and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that either. At least she had you. It must have been a little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. Ugh, to think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Rachel. Here you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fine, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua? I definitely think that's part of it. In fact, oh goodness.
Good evening.
Hi, Rachel. And hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda?
We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you...
Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago.
Oh, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date?
I'm a little more than that. I'm her fiancé.
Truly? Fiancé is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013. Congratulations on your excellent odds accusation.
Thank you.
Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink.
Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? Ahem. Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda.
We were. But what we wish for is a memorable parting experience.
Ah, I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh?
That is accurate.
I take it you've completed your research on Earth?
Almost, we were quite satisfied with the outcomes of our missions.
Interesting, that sounds like there's a story there. But first tell me, what sort of experience are you after?
We wish to have something we have never had before.
It's time to get creative then.
Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past.
Okay, how are you supposed to remember what she's had? Okay, let me look this up. Okay, let's look in our... Whoops. So, the 4 things she's had are blue pea, ginger tea, and honey. So I'm leaning toward a chocolate drink. Let's see. Oh, damn, it has honey in it. So we can give her anything? What about a matcha drink? No, let's give her a chocolate drink. Okay, I'm leaning toward a spiced lady. She hasn't had chocolate, she hasn't had milk, she hasn't had cinnamon. So let's do that. Let's do chocolate, milk, and cinnamon. Have I made a spiced lady for anybody? Serve the wrong drink for someone. Wait, it didn't even specify. Hold on. Okay, this other guide says that I should have given her a hibiscus latte. Fuck that. I'm restarting. I'll be right back. I am trying to get the good ending, and I don't know if that will do anything toward it. Okay, I'm back. Hibiscus, milk, milk. A hibiscus latte. What the fuck was that other guy saying? That irritates the fuck out of me. I'm gonna do some latte art. How do I do this? I don't know how to really do this. Ew, that's so ugly. There we go. No! Oh my god. I meant to just restart it. Here, I'm gonna do... Can I do a swirl? Beautiful. How the fuck do you do this? There, whatever. Serve it. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. Okay, stick your finger in there.
It does. It is at least 56.941% different from anything else we have experienced.
The other drink did too. The other drink did too, but you didn't like that one.
We are, as Earthlings would express it, delighted. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846th new experience since arriving on Earth.
All these fucking numbers that she says are like, that's quite a lot.
Perhaps, however, most of them are rather insignificant in nature.
Oh, what about this one?
This one is in the 99th percentile of significance.
Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant, right, Amanda?
Very much so. We enjoyed this place and we will miss it.
Aww. That's... Don't mind me getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble? Ah, that one was quite close actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her that I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after a second visit here. But that's where your help really came in handy, Rachel. My help?
Yes, the card that you got off the agent. We asked for help from an associate to run it through the mind you call computer. Once the contents of the card had been unveiled, we analyzed the language of its communication, which is quite an interesting mix, if we may say so. It is roughly 60.0923% syntax and 39.9077% mathematics. We then led a polynomial time attack on its encryption, expressing the ciphertext as...
The point is, Amanda managed to get into the fire system. She obfuscated all mentions of any of us or save beyond recognition. And some totally legitimate orders came in to send the agent to Europe on an urgent mission, which should last more than long enough for him to forget all about us. Well, that sounds incredible. It does sound thrilling.
It was a very simple matter of applying hive knowledge.
Be that as it may, that's great work, Amanda.
We are pleased.
Fuck! Amanda is amazing. And let's not forget who got the card in the first place. You really helped us out there, Rachel. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that, and very relieved.
Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad.
You've really gotten a hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda?
Thank you, offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished.
Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions?
No, we came here for the purposes of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting you call it, academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns, deep-level communication in hive versus non-hive species.
Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda always was the brain in the family. That wasn't your only mission, though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes, Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was, I think. I think I may have found it. Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days. But I've been waiting a while, and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the Hive, when I came to Earth, and during this entire process, when I changed and changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious, doesn't getting in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen?
It does and it does not. And in fact, we hope that is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but it is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires. The emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying, at least to some extent.
Yes, what Amanda said is a part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways, I still am. It will always be harder for me to grasp them than for most people. But when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared, which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time, and even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It is a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered, too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but... Rachel, I'd like to officially invite you to the little surprise of...
Yes!
Which will take place 3 days hence. Wow, that's some answers indeed. Yeah, taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We had gotten bogged down in the details, and in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members. Whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. Oh. I am very touched. I'm just gonna call you Baileys, not fucking Mr. Baileys. I am very touched, Baileys. Ah, come on, Rachel. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. A special invitation card for a certain someone. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing how that's his obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party?
Party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.999% pleasant and 0.001% disappointing that we have to refuse.
Yes, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys. But sadly, we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda?
Not yet. We are going on an adventure.
That sounds exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country. And maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists.
Tourist is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is in essence circular reasoning.
It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things, to enjoy life, you know?
Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out.
And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in. That I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Rachel, that I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home, well, that makes me a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. Everyone's looking at me. I think I should order a drink. Of course. What can I make you? I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure. But I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So, sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick. Yes, that's exactly right. Then how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? I'd love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Chocolate, honey, and ginger. What does this mean? So, I guess this is a reference to the speed of light in meters per second? I don't know, that's a comment that was left on the wiki for this drink in particular. Which makes sense. Here's a... Oh, pfft. For a light speed traveler. I'm not reading all that.
Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous.
Evocative? Evocative?
Yes. Is the speed of light not evocative and of great adventures?
The speed of light? Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Rachel. Huh, thank you. But do you like the taste, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes, but then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda.
That? How does a taste remind you of us?
I guess he's saying that you're sweet, but with a strong character as well. That's about right.
We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet, we are pleased.
Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that. Thank you, Rachel. What was that? Wow, careful there. You don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this much. You're right. I'm just so excited, I can barely sit still. I can imagine, a first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background? It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace.
Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis 99.999%.
Wow, hold on. Amanda, you have met Pearl and you talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched orc westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. Huh, I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Wow, that's very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met and are starting to like. It takes guts. You're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I have always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me, and so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized that I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. Well, I will say that if she had heard your story, and that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too.
What is proud?
Proud is... For yourself, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving. Especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting, and it just fills you with joy.
Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you.
Gotta take a drink first. You two are a really sweet family. And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Baileys. Huh, true. Choosing family is kinda rock. Not chosen. Fuck me. Chosen families can also rock.
Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice.
I just saw out of like my peripheral the speech bubble that's attached to Amanda, and I thought for a second it was a warning pop-up that told me that I ran out of space while I was recording, and that it hasn't been recording for this whole time. I was freaking out. I was like, I had that like jolt of anxiety. I'm like, oh god, that jolt of dread.
Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end.
Similar. So it is. Well, we should probably get going.
Yes, we must go pack.
First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack. While she analyzes the earthling ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on.
Precisely. This is further information for our research. We are thrilled.
Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night to you two, then.
Hasta la vista, strangers.
Huh? Orc westerns. Bye to you two. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Rachel. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps, whether we'd like it, we'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. It's settled then. Luda's going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go and tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again, Rachel. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Baileys. We got invited to the wedding. There's a fucking blue marshmallow gun that we're never ever gonna make anybody. Saturday, September 30th, 2023. Nikomimi driver crashes truck filled with catnip, suspected DUI. UFO previously spotted by Space Guard fighters of a very determined hot air balloon. ZXX20 virus vaccine booster ready for distribution. Stop! Oh my gosh. Okay. So I guess in the next episode, we'll talk to Aqua again. I didn't think she was going to show up again. But then if you look back to... Why hasn't she been back? Oh, we got Bailey's. Favorite things. Punk. Been listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. What I'm doing with my life. Escaping bloodlines. Experiencing life one color at a time. One day I will have my own solo exhibition. Yeah, we only have like one smiley face with her. So I'm just really curious, like... I told my wife that she needs to embrace her mistake. She gave me a hug. That is so funny. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode. We'll tackle day 12 in the next one and talk to Aqua and everything. But until then, thank you so much for watching. This was Late Night Gaming. If you liked this video and you want to see more, you can click that subscribe button, and while you're down there, you can also leave a like and a comment. Also, in the description below, I will leave a link to my Coffee Talk playlist, which contains the first game and also all the previous episodes of this game. So go have fun with that, go enjoy it, have a freaking blast, and just sit down and like just relax while you watch it. But I hope you have a good night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.